this question, we have the command word describe, and there's been a push in the last 5 years for all subjects to increase numeracy and literacy. So math does a pretty good job of teaching numeracy. We kind of can't avoid it. We teach you numbers all the time. But as a push to teach literacy, they have added more questions in math that have you describe your answer in words and say your answer in words rather than just showing numbers in math. So when you get either the word describe or explain, it means you have to use words to explain your answer. And on the provincial exam, they even used to teach teachers on the describe and explain questions that if they did math, you had to put your hand over the math and just read their words. And if their words did not make sense, because they needed the math to show their work, then they would lose a half a mark for clarity. So we want to be really clear in our words in a describe question. And this question lends itself well to describing. It says, describe how the graph could have been translated to create the graph of each function below. So we're going to start with A. And first of all, in A, I want you to see, does it make sense that what I wrote in blue is the same as what they wrote in black? What did I do? I just moved the 3 over to the other side by adding 3. But the reason this is nice is because we have always done our questions like this. So that 3 is sort of on the wrong side of the equation for what we're used to. Do you see that that plus 3 is outside of the function afterwards? And everything outside has affected things vertically. So this would be a vertical translation of 4 units up. Describing that in words, we would say the graph would be translated 3 units up. So key things that we have here is the direction. The up part tells us that it's translated vertically. And that's all we would need to do for our description. In part B, again, I'm going to rewrite it by moving that 4 over to the other side. And here we have a minus 4 outside of the function. That's going to move it down 4. We also have a plus 3 inside of the function. And that plus 3 inside of the function is going to move it 3 units to the left. So we can describe this in words. The graph of y equals 1 over x squared would be translated three units left and 4 units down. And this is all that's required for describing something in words. So the questions you'll circle for this one in your homework are 16 and 17. And just a reminder that every night you should be looking through the questions that we've circled in class. Again, sometimes you can't do them all, but if you're reading a question and you're like, I know how to do this one, then that might be one you skip right now. Leave it blank for now. Try to find the ones that challenge you. Practice those ones. Then, if you get one that's challenging you and you just can't seem to get it, I'm here every day at lunch. Unfortunately, the class itself is time-wise intense. We don't have much time in class to say, hey, did anyone have any questions, and take 20 minutes at the beginning of class to talk over them? But you have your entire lunch hour to come see me, ask questions at that time. So take advantage of that, and you do want to make sure that you are understanding the material as we go along.